yourself the space to make mistakes. You're never going to have everything figured out in your life. Learn to just live right now in that free-flowing energy. It's okay that you went back to that person. It's okay that you went back to that place. It's okay that you went back to that mindset. Acknowledge that and forgive yourself for that. It's okay if you may have stepped off your throne for a second. It's still your throne. You can get back on it anytime. It's perfectly designed for you. It's not going to fit anyone else but you. When you have to leave or step away from that version of yourself that you worked really hard to create because maybe you made a mistake, maybe you're just experiencing a low place right now, know that that is just you leaving for battle. You just left for battle. And every time you go to battle, you win. And all you do is come back stronger. All you do is come back with wisdom, knowing more than you did before you left. Allow yourself to change your perspective of what you are experiencing in your life right now. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not behind. You're not too late. You didn't mess up. You just went to battle. It was completely necessary for you to make that mistake. It was completely necessary for you to doubt yourself in that moment. Because you were continuing to build that strength and that wisdom. You're learning the lessons. You will never know what winning is like if you don't take L's first. You will never be able to come your highest and best self if you don't spend time in that low place and that low version of you. Because all it does is show you who you don't want to be anymore. It shows you how far you have came by even dropping down to that low place again. You notice it now. You're aware of it now. And you don't like it. It doesn't feel good. The old you wouldn't have minded being where you are. The old you wouldn't have minded going back to those people and those habits and those things and those places. The old you was cool with that. This is a new version of you. A new version of you who is able to see the damage of being in that space or around those people or with that person. This new version of you is so much stronger, so much wiser that you're able to recognize that now. Congratulate yourself for that, for being that self-aware. And congratulate yourself for being able to recognize those signs, because that's only making you stronger. Every time you go to battle, you learn a new move. You move a little better. You're moving a little swifter. Your enemies, they don't know what to do. They can't catch up. They feel like because you went to battle with them that you're weak and you're losing. No, that's just strength training. You just went to go build some strength. You just went to go see if you still had it. You just went to go see if you are who you really say you are. God may have even sent you to battle, to test you, to see if you are who you say you are. It's okay. Because when you went to battle, even if you got some cuts, some scrapes, and some bruises, you won. You walked away. You walked right back onto your throne. And you sat and you reminisced on that battle that you just went through and the lessons that you learned. And you're enjoying this new you, this new strength that you got. You feel a little bit different every time that you go. Every time you go, you feel a little bit different. You feel a little bit stronger, a little bit more enlightened. Every time. Give yourself grace to know that. You didn't mess anything up. You're just making yourself stronger. You just have such a big heart that when you experience those situations, you feel like you're doing something wrong or you're disappointing God because you worked really hard on yourself and you know how many times you fell short. You know how many times that you may have disappointed yourself or disappointed God or felt like you disappointed God. Because I feel like God has never truly disappointed in his chosen ones because he knows what we're going to do before we do it. And he knows that we were meant to make that mistake. And he is trying to build his army. And he needs his army to be strong. So he's going to send you to battle because you're preparing for the war. And you're doing a good job. You going to battle wasn't the L. That wasn't the mistake. The mistake would have been staying there and laying down and accepting it. You didn't do that. You went to battle. You got some wounds, but you still kept going. You still made it back to your throne either way. We experienced a lot of spiritual warfare in the past couple weeks, but we're moving into a new season where we feel better. We feel lighter. We feel stronger, right? You should feel strong right now. This is a time now to self-reflect and release. You've done an amazing job up until this point to heal yourself and become that enlightened being and that light worker that you are. You've done a good job up until this point. And if you're right now feeling like maybe frustrated with yourself and maybe feel like you did something wrong, I'm here to tell you, you didn't do anything wrong. You just were building strength. And take this little second, because it's all you have right now. Some of you just have 1 second to catch your breath. You have 1 second to release, to let go of everything that you have experienced. This is the start of the real new year. And everything that you experienced wasn't for nothing. It wasn't in vain. Take this time now to reflect. Take this time to give yourself grace because you only got a second to breathe. I just heard 30 seconds to launch. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a band or a song, but that is very significant. 30 seconds to launch. You just have a few moments to breathe, a few moments to yourself, a few moments to reflect before it's showtime, before it's takeoff time. Take this moment with this full moon that we're having to release. Release. Take this moment now. Like, breathe in. Release and center yourself and ground your energy, because what you just did was badass. You just defeated spiritual warfare once again. You just showed your enemies that you cannot be played with or messed with once again. That keep on trying you, and you're showing them over and over them. You're schooling them every single time and showing them that you're not the one to play with. You may slip up a little bit, but there's no losing with you. You're not even destined to lose. And it's not about it being a competition or a game. That's just what it is. You're that strong. It's not in you to lose. That's just what it is. Don't let that go over your head. Don't think too much into my words. You did not come here to lose because you were not destined to. So if your enemies want to keep on trying you, they're going to meet their demise every time. Because you truly build strength. You go to battle not for pettiness. You go to battle because you understand subconsciously every single time you do it, you are transmuting that energy into power for you. And you're making it look good. You're making it look so good. Your energy is good right now. use this time to release yourself from what you just experienced, what you just went through. Take this time to rest. And some of you may be saying, I can't rest physically. I got kids, I have a job. Rest mentally. Rest spiritually. Know right now that this is your few moments to breathe, because you're about to step into a whole new world, a whole new timeline, a whole new you. Some of you are about to receive exactly what you have been working for. I don't have to come on here and lie and stroke anybody's ego. If you have been putting in the work, if you have been planting the seeds, if you have been healing, if you have been putting out that love into the world, you are going to get that back, period. Because that's a universal law. That's the law of the land. That's how that works. I'm not... Put them away, Sydney. Put them away. That's just how that works. And again, we're not worried about when. We just already know it's coming. We're not worried about how. We just know it's already coming. So give yourself this moment right now to release, to cry. Throw away these old items that you've been holding on to. Throw away these old clothes that you've been holding on to. Declutter your space, clean up, write down your thoughts. Continue to meditate right now. Continue to protect your energy right now. There's nothing more you need to do right now but to take a breath. Take a breath. Because these next several months have your name on it. These next several months, you're going to be living out your legacy. You have broke these generational curses. It's time for you to live out your legacy. So be cool. Give yourself grace. Take a step back. Heal, release, and reflect. Because you're up next.